Hey gang, welcome to the channel. Today we're looking at this rather handsome MG ZS EV. So first things first, let's take a look around. Now when Sean phoned me to say, Chris, come and have a look at an MG ZS EV, I had a quick look online and I looked and I thought, that is not a good looking car. But today I went to pick it up and I've got to say, it looks pretty nice. I don't know, maybe it's because it's in the flesh or it's a different colour to what I saw online, I'm not sure. But either way, I think this is quite a nice looking motor. Some nice 17-inch alloy wheels on this model. Some nice grey trim down the side. Some nicely designed tail lights. Some nice bumper trim. Nice big MG badge on the back there. I think it's quite smart. So let's pop in the driver's seat and have a little nose around. Now once again, when you step inside, on the door card, some nice red stitching there on the door cards. Quite nice. And we've got these leather or faux leather seats. I can't quite decide. And you step inside. Now we've got a different screen in this car to the HS that I drove last week, but it still has that annoying power gauge on the right hand side, which is quite easy to mistake for the speedometer. You've got the same lovely flat bottom steering wheel as in the HS I drove last week, with the red stitching, which I think is lovely. And thankfully there is a different infotainment system, and this one is not slow, this one is nice and quick. Now the dash again hasn't quite got the soft touch feel of the HS from a couple of days ago, but it's still a nice soft surface, and you've got this carbon fibre look panelling throughout, which I think looks quite nice personally. Good luck, the lighting is terrible today guys, I do apologise. And then down here you've got a little handle for your passenger, some USB sockets, all your buttons, you've got your reverse, neutral and drive, your parking brake, some cup holders, and a nice little cubby hole back here, just like in the HS. I quite like this car. Shall we have a look in the back? Now you open the back door, and again you're greeted with some nice red stitching inside the door cards. Some nice red stitching on the seats. And you get in the car, and it's not as spacious as the HS, this is a smaller car. But again, you look down, I'm only 5'7", but there's plenty of leg room there. And it's not quite as wide as the HS either, because it is a smaller car again. However, it's still plenty spacious enough for a family vehicle. Have a good look at the dashboard from back here. That flashing is just because this phone's camera for some reason flashes anytime it sees the screen. It's not the car flashing, I assure you. Notice today we have the added addition of a booster seat as we're picking up mini Chris Cairns later on from school. We'll see what he thinks of the car as well. Now let's go and take a look at the boot. Now opening the boot on this car, flick the MG badge up, pull it up, and there's the boot. Now Sean's been kind enough today to leave me some suitcases in the boot so we can see just how big the boot is. So we've got one small case, two small cases, and then one medium-sized case, and a second medium-sized case. Ooh. There's plenty of space in this boot. I'm actually quite impressed. It's quite deep as well, especially bearing in mind it's an EV. Now before we go any further guys, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've got some excellent videos coming up soon. We've got the Kia EV6 in for road test soon. We're going to do a feature video soon about what the best car is to be a private hire or taxi. We've got some bike related videos coming in. We've got some motorbike gear related videos coming in. And in the next few weeks we're going to be doing a video about different lengths of motorbike exhaust and what different noises they make. That's going to be an epic fun day, and it's going to be a real fun video. So make sure you hit subscribe guys. So this model is the Trophy Connect, which is around the mid-range. So this car comes at £30,500 from MG, and Car and Cab Care selling these for £29,500. And whichever way you look at it, it's excellent value for money. You get a full electric vehicle with a 273 mile range. You get a 0 to 60 time of 8.2 seconds. It's around 155 horsepower-ish. You get loads of kit. You get 17-inch alloy wheels. You get the lovely sport steering wheel. You get leather style seats, as MG call them. You get a large infotainment system, which is really quick, and it looks like it's a brand new screen actually. You get a nice screen in front of you while you're driving. You get soft touch materials almost all the way around with the red stitching. You get electric everything, electrically operated front seats, heated front seats. You get the panoramic roof, which is also a sunroof. You get air conditioning, sat nav, adaptive cruise control, the 360-degree camera. You get the reverse parking camera, reverse parking sensors. This car's got an awful lot of kit for that kind of money, along with the EV technology as well, and it's a well-sized car. And although this car is smaller than the HS I test drove last week, I've got to say I think this car is a better size, because it's a really easy car to manoeuvre, it's an easy car to park, and in fact, even the turning circle is really good. So, massively impressed with this car. This is one of my favourite cars I've driven so far, since doing the checkered flag. Now, I had this car overnight, and one thing I picked up on is just how good the headlights are. Here's a little picture for you. They're very, very good, especially when you come from driving a Mark V Ford Mondeo, which basically doesn't have headlights at all. I like to point out as well, I picked my son up in this car yesterday, and my son loved this car. He absolutely loved it. He loved the interior, he loved the great big panoramic roof on the sunroof. He adored it, and I think he's a bit sad it's going back today, and truthfully, so am I. Now, just like the MG5 I road tested last year, which I was very impressed with, this car comes with 3 driving modes. You've got Eco mode, you've got Normal mode, and you've got Sport mode. Now, I've already mentioned this car does 0 to 60 in 8.2 seconds. Now, when you hear someone say a car does 0 to 60 in 8.2 seconds, you think, ugh. But the way this car delivers the power, because it's an electric motor, it really does feel quick. And the roll and overtakes are really easy because the motor's really torquey and there's no need to drop a gear. You plant your right foot when you want to overtake and the car just picks up speed so quickly. It's very impressive indeed. Now, the ride in this car, oh, it's a lovely ride. It's on the soft side because it's that kind of car. You know, you're not feeling potholes, you're not feeling all the ridges in the road. But also, if you want to throw it around the corner, there's not heaps of body roll. I'm just massively impressed with this car, and I've driven so many cars now from Car and Cab Care. I've got more road tests to do this year, but this has quickly become my favourite car out of the cars I've driven. It does everything well. It's a perfect size for a family car. It's a perfect size for a private hire vehicle or taxi. It's got enough poke for it to be fun, but not so much poke you're going to get yourself in trouble regularly. It's got plenty of kit. It looks decent, and it's an electric motor with a big range. And it's nice to drive, all for 30.5 grand. What? Right foot planted. Yeah, goes pretty well. So I haven't really covered many miles in this car, unfortunately, guys, because basically when I got the car yesterday, I had a busy afternoon and I had work in the evening. And I had to hand it back this morning because I've got stuff to do today as well. So I mean, I've only covered, really, how many miles have I covered? Not many. Probably about 40 miles. But it's been realistic driving, you know, it's picking my son up from school, it's going to the shops, it's going out with the missus. It's like a commute to work kind of thing, dropping the car off at the garage. So it's been realistic driving. Now, I couldn't tell you what it's done to the range. You know, I've done 40 miles, it looks like I've used about 45 miles worth of range, but I've not been gentle with the car at all. I've thrashed this thing, which has been fun for me. I seriously could not tell you what it's like on the range, unfortunately. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget, guys, to like and subscribe. See you soon, guys. Take care.